Riding a motorcycle can be really empowering, but it's an activity that could really take your life in a second.
Last year in Washington State, 75% of all of the motorcycle fatalities were single vehicle motorcyclists running wide in a corner.
And when you hear people crashing and dying, oh my goodness, it's just awful. It makes you think about what can I do to make myself and other riders safer out there.
Knowing that it's a large percent of our fault, it's pretty alarming. It's alarming in the sense that you know it's something that we can change as motorcycle riders by taking some extra training and learning how to ride our bikes and, I guess, creating your own safety.
It boils down to two things. We either run into things or we run out of our lane and off the road. And that's what this class is going to focus on, is learning how to stop better and how to stay inside our lane when cornering. It's because we're trying to teach riders the skills needed to keep them alive on the street.
What made me sign up for advanced street skills was just the more experience you are and the more practice you have and the more skills training you do, the safer you are as a rider.
So the confidence I want to build from this training for cornering would be that I can go anywhere, be confident that I can make it through the corners that I'm going to see along the routes that I choose. I'll be able to make it through every single corner and come home safely.
So I think the best way to learn how to ride a motorcycle is in a safe environment, right? To be in a closed environment.
You can see the whole range. There's no trees, there's no animals, there's no emergencies that are going to come up. So seeking advanced level classes and more knowledge can only make you safer out on the road.
You can make mistakes here, where it's safe and controlled, but on the open road, there's no room for error.
What I learned today was a lot of really helpful information on trail braking. My cornering is going to be appreciably better now.
As riders, we create our own safety.
In order to create your own safety, you have to, what they talk about a lot out here is ride your own ride.
Well, creating your own safety to me, what it means is having that distance and watching your falling distance between cars, or knowing not to speed and to ride within your abilities.
If I'm riding with a group of friends and they tend to be riding more spiritedly, I find myself riding someone else's ride. And so sometimes I just need to slow down, maybe take a step back so that I'm riding within my skill level.
The bottom line is to assess your own abilities, be honest with that self-assessment, know what your limits are and stay within them. That's the only way that we can create our own safety.
What's going to help reduce rider fatalities the most is continuing education.
For a long time, the culture of motorcycling has been, you take a basic class, you get your endorsement, and then you go ride, and you never come back.
Turns out only about 3% of riders that take a basic training course ever come back for any other type of formal training after that.
You don't just pick up this stuff by spending time riding by yourself. You pick this up with high quality education.
You have to have continuing education to become a truly skillful rider.
I constantly am working towards taking more classes and just making myself better all around.
Everything takes repetition to be good at it.
The more training you have, just the more prepared you're going to be.
For me, I'm thinking I need to do this every year.
I've only taken 2 classes, and I've learned so much just in these 2 classes. It's really a lifesaver.
Motorcycle safety and training is important because you do not want to be a statistic.
It doesn't matter how long you've been riding, if you're a brand new rider or if you've been riding for 30 years. Any training that you get, if you pick up one thing, that one thing could be the difference.
We need to get those new riders and experienced riders back into training so that we reduce the accidents and we change that culture. Let's not die on the road anymore.